Okay, so welcome to the Permakid podcast, episode 29.
Brett.
Blah, blah, blah. So Woodrow's not here, Black Sheep's not here, Quincy's not here, Crimson Princess, Tim Bob the Destroyer, Justin Levinstein. None of these are actual main characters.
Who is Crimson Princess?
Jana.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, that's the thing?
No, they're not really Permakids. I'm just saying.
No, the Crimson Princess thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what we call it that. Anyway,
Next time I see her, I'll just be like, "What's up, Crimson Princess?"
That's weird. That's kind of a hot name.
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, you're listening to Permakid podcast, episode 29. We're gonna go on a hiatus after this one. I probably shouldn't say that. Hey, everybody, you're listening to Permakid podcast.
No,
episode
fuck that.
29.
Look, we ain't doing no more podcasts.
Well, we will
wow.
do. We will do some. But we actually got some good games, and we're gonna do let's plays of those games. We're still gonna be creating stuff, just not podcasts. We've been kind of heavy on the podcasts. We've got we do actually have over 30 of them. We've got part 2s of some episodes, so we've done over 30 podcasts. So we're gonna focus more on skits and let's plays.
And you know what? Realistically speaking, we got shit to do, people.
Yeah.
There's video games to play. There's games.
The summer drought is over, and now there's a whole bunch of shit to play.
Yeah, my TV shows are back. Anyway, plus, permakids.net, we can actually write articles on now. So if we have news for you, if we want to tell you about discounts or the games we're excited about, you can just go to permakids.net and read what me, Henry, Kaiser, Woodrow, anybody has to say. So just check that out for our latest news. All right, so let's get right into it. Destiny the Taken King came out. Now, I don't have this yet. Is it worth it? Let me work it. You guys tell me. Flip it around and
I will
reverse
put my thing down, I will flip it, and I will reverse it. It's your flipping
Nimly Bimley?
Yeah.
So is the hype real? I mean, is it good? It's awesome?
It's like being in the first week again, man.
Oh, shnikes. When we were all super excited?
Yeah, it's
More so
good,
than that.
man. Yeah. I always like to when I turn on the game and look at all the shit to do and get overwhelmed.
Oh, man, I don't like that.
It's that much stuff. It's just we have a quest screen and you can have up to 32 quests, but needless to say, we don't have 32 quests just like lined up. But as soon as you got into the Taken King stuff, it's just at the very least 6 quests right out of the tower. And some of us for Taken King, some of us just like wiping out some of the old House of Wolf assholes that's still running around the solar system.
That's a story in itself.
Yeah, and it's awesome, man. This is the game that I bought last year.
This is the game you should have bought. They should have just made it this.
Yeah.
The beta is now over. This is Destiny Part 1, and
oh, damn. So the entire thing I was playing, you're telling me it's like it's the beta.
Oh, it's only the...
it's referred to as Vanilla Destiny, so it's like it's because it's the original, but the Taken King version, overwhelming is a word, but it is so much shit to do. Like, you just sitting there just like, I don't know which quest to tackle. I don't know which one thing's coming next, and I don't know who to go fight in this thing, and I don't know how to go get this sword. I don't know how to go get this. It's a lot of shit. That's the $40 price tag. I was skeptical at first. Nope. It is well worth it. It is a lot of keep in mind, we played this for like 10 hours the first day, and we didn't even like scratch the surface of quest. It's a lot of shit. It's
how big is that ship?
Jesus, the Dreadnought is fucking huge.
It's got its own patrol.
Nice.
It's in the Ring of Saturn. That's where the Dreadnought is. Oryx is that badass that
he blew a hole.
He fucked up all of the Awoken and everybody else, and he just said, "You're all dead" with a button, and everything around it blew up, and he put a hole in the Ring of Saturn, so the ship's just like hanging out. Just like, all right,
okay.
The most ominous thing that was said in that game, The most ominous thing that was said in that game was one of the Hive Knights walked up to Oryx, and he's about the same size as Crota. He was just like, "We are prepping the survivors for extermination, Master." And Oryx was like, "No, we take them all." And he just Vex, Fallen, Cabal, everybody's just fucked up by Oryx. He is that dude.
He's taking everything.
Oryx scares me, man. Oryx scares me.
Have you guys done the raid yet? Well, let's not talk about that.
We'll get to that a little bit later.
Let's not talk about that.
Excuse me.
I have footage of that and yeah.
So let me ask you guys about the new classes. Is that fun? Have you guys been... Is that a thing?
Palpatine.
Kaiser's loving being Emperor Palpatine.
It is just as great as it looks. And you will fall in love with Thor's hammer.
Yeah, you're the guy now.
I just unlocked that subclass Saturday, and I immediately smiled when I started throwing hammers. I was just like,
it's called that?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just like, no, it's not really called Thor's hammer, but yeah.
It's like Sunsinger or Sunbringer?
Sunbringer, I think.
Sunbreaker.
Sunbreaker.
Ah.
You're just going around just like throwing it and catching it over and over. It's just like, it's without a doubt the strongest subclass. I'll say that.
It's way cooler than our little...
the Titans are they're in the front on the cover of the Taken King, so I was like,
yeah, this
is saying something?
This is really this is kind of their DLC pretty much. Like, they get a lot of like the cool shit out of... Because I mean,
these you assholes get to go to Mercury while the rest of us, we just do our little subclass.
Yeah, you have to go to Mercury to unlock your subclass. You have to do like a special mission for it.
Oh shit!
Titans do.
So
my ass was just sitting on goddamn Mars with the Vex hanging out in the storm. Ooh, lightning storm.
No, but the way that's set up, you have to go on this special mission to unlock each subclass. I haven't done 100 yet, but with the Warlocks, you go to Mars. Is it Mars?
Yeah,
okay,
Mars.
Yeah. And you go to Mars, and then you have to like go through and like these little energy things to like absorb it to get your your arc subclass.
It's a Crucible map.
Yeah,
like one of the maps that you only see in Crucible now. It's an actual quest for the Warlocks.
They all are. The one on Mercury, that's a Crucible map too.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Yeah.
So you go through these little energy beams to like absorb the arc shit, and then you end up going out to this little ledge, and when you go out, it goes into a cutscene of just like you putting your arms out, and you just getting like struck with lightning all over the place, and he's just sitting there just like shaking with his hands. And I was just sitting there just like,
that's epic as fuck.
I wanted to cry when I saw that.
Nice.
I wanted to cry. I was just like, I got a tear.
And then the icing on the cake, man. When you finish that, at the end of that quest, your Vanguard tutor is gonna say, "All right, now it's time for you to try out your new subclass, Infinite Supercharge."
Yeah, it just constantly recharges up during that whole mission.
So
that's awesome. You just get to have some fun.
Yeah, exactly. It's like kill as many things in your general area that you can.
That's insane.
I said, I want to cry, man. I really wanted to cry when that happened. I was like, this is the coolest shit ever.
So, have you guys even experimented with going backwards with these new abilities?
Well, strange enough, I have. I did last night.
Crota?
No, we hadn't tried any of the raids yet. But
thing is, though, a lot of the places that you go to from the past are ran with Taken. So some of those can still be kind of difficult at times, too. That's the crazy part.
But they were nice enough to actually level it down. Although Patrol is a dangerous place to go if you are less than level 35.
That's why they got that thing for new players to hit 25 immediately.
Yeah, because if you go into Patrol and you see Taken starting to appear, you need to just go back to orbit.
You have one character, right? The Warlock.
Yeah, I do have a level 25 Titan, but I played with them all like 3 times. So
25 is not. You might as well just have.
Yeah, when you go 25, it's actually meant for you to start the original campaign and go from there. By the time you finish that, you'll be at level 40.
Dang. So you have what level is your hunter?
I haven't even started it yet.
Oh, you have? Okay.
No. So the little spark is just like sitting in my inbox, and I'm debating whether I want to do it or not.
Okay.
Sometimes it's kind of a lot of work. When you see all those quests, you just say, I don't want to go through all those a third time. That's a lot of shit.
I can't believe that some people have 3 maxed out characters. It's like, jeez.
That's a lot of fucking work.
Do you think that would help? Now that you're saying that there's so many quests and so many things to do as one character, or you've got 2 characters that are basically, a little bit maxed, like, would it even be worth it to have 3 maxed out characters? Like, would you have any time to do anything?
Nope.
Probably not. I'm having issues. He just stopped doing stuff on his Warlock so he could do stuff with his Titan. I still have plenty of quests just lined up.
My Warlock's at 294, and I think the highest you can get without raid gear is 300. So I reached a point now where I can kind of like let it sit for a while, and then I can go focus on my Titan for a little bit.
Okay,
but even though my Warlock, I still have like 10 quests to do.
That's not because I'm gone. You're having fun with the Titan, right?
Oh, no, yeah.
Okay, good.
The Titan's fun.
You're not just having to step it up as a Titan.
Keep in mind, I actually was debating at the beginning of, do I want to upgrade my Titan first? That was a debate from. I was just like, you know what, man, I can't. My Warlock brought me here. I can't abandon him like that.
That was
so,
your first main, and you have this loyalty to it. I get that.
So I was like, I had to do that first.
So what do you think would happen if you did go back to like Atheon or Crota and you started using Palpatine Lightning and Thor Hammer crap?
See, we were sitting there. Fuck, I forgot all about Tom's Vengeance.
They don't work on Supers though.
Huh?
That don't work on Super. I
What are
mean,
you
no,
talking about?
you
You
can
have
constantly
infinite-
charge it, but it's not making the damage that much more.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but still, I mean, if you had the hammer
Yeah.
that you could throw, you could just sit there and save ammo. You wouldn't have to worry about
I would just
rockets or.
I would just circle around Atheon, just
See, the hunter's bow would make sense because if he shot, what the hunter's bow does
More
is
precise.
when you shoot it, it keeps them trapped, and then each hit the people around it do, they're all critical hits no matter where you shoot
Oh
them at.
Yeah.
man!
So it is just constant critical hits the whole time.
I don't have a hunter, and I don't think he's played with one either. But the hunters are my favorite people to play with now, because their bow is so like team based. Everything, every perk that they have, like when they bind somebody down, it either starts like it's like so many people. If it starts regeneration for everybody in the area, not just the fire team, but the number of enemies that you bind down with the bow. That's the times number of your regeneration.
So
So you can just be God if you could bind down about 5 or 6 people in the area.
So they're the augmentation class now.
Pretty much.
That's weird, man.
Like, it's as cool as they are, it's still not enough for me to want to go make one
Yeah.
because they're still not stronger than what a Titan
Yeah.
is, and
And their bows
their
don't really.
support basically. It's they all work together. Like the Warlock's Palpatine, the arc thing. Basically, you clear out ads pretty much.
Yeah.
The Titan is for like I'm gonna go fuck the boss up, and the Hunter is to keep all that shit secure. So it all works together when you use
The
it.
controller. Yeah.
So it's really good, and that's why Prison of Elders is all 3-player, and you want one of each probably.
Yeah, going through that to fight Skolas actually probably wouldn't be. I'm not doing it, but it probably wouldn't be that bad.
just to get it out of the way.
Yeah, but it's still plenty of times where I want to go back to my Sun Singer. It's like I like getting up.
Plenty that. Well, I mean, I still use the Sun Singer. Like,
I want to get up.
being able to self-res is still like the greatest thing of all time. Like you still can't beat that.
Saved us a couple of times. It's today when we were doing was that the Nightfall or either a Heroic Strike or something like that.
What if in 9 years from now they're just like all the classes can now be molded into one, like pick and choose and customize your subclass?
I wouldn't know what to do with myself.
You're like, no, I'm the ultimate character. That'd be awesome.
Axon bolts with a Palpatine Lightning and a Resurrection.
Jesus, like,
No, that's
like,
too much.
That's like not fair.
I don't know, man, guys. I'm probably not gonna end up being able to get it. And I keep telling my wife, I'm like, I need it because when I play Destiny, I'm also on the treadmill sometimes, and I've been losing exercise, not even turning Destiny. So I don't want to turn it on because I don't have Taken King, and I know there's gonna be restricted areas, and I'm immediately gonna put my credit card in there. But yeah. So, raid time. Saved by the Bell.
That. Oh Jesus!
What is going on with the raid?
I missed out on the raid train, so this is all him.
It's hard.
It's gonna take several times.
Yeah, it's gonna take a good a day needs to be cleared for that shit. Like the first group that beat it in 6.5 hours. But and also some people were just like, man, that seems short. But I'm like, you gotta keep in mind we've all been playing that game for a year now, so we're used to the mechanics of what So, but most people who have tried it are getting like 10 hours in and they're not even halfway done. Like
that was an expert group that made it in 6 hours.
Exactly.
We need to spend a 3-day weekend.
Yes.
Probably.
We need to spend a 3-day weekend practicing.
Pretty
then
much.
the next 3-day weekend we might get to part 2.
Last night we cleared the first 3 things, and then when that happened, I found out that after the 3rd thing, it's the beginning of the raid.
Oh no!
So the first 3 we did, that's just like a little prelude. That wasn't even the start of the raid yet.
So you didn't get any
And that was
raid
2.5
gear,
hours. Yeah,
And then it got hard. It
Yeah.
was like, okay, now here's the real.
I
time.
did manage to get a raid fusion rifle last night. And other than that, nobody's gotten any gear from it.
Damn.
But yeah, we ended up stopping at this the War Priest, There's 3 bosses and then Oryx that you have to fight against. So it's gonna be hard as fuck.
Jeez,
Fuck you, by the way. Apparently, the Destiny gods have decided to shine their holy rays upon this nigga here because he's been getting all of the coolest shit. Yeah,
they owed me a lot
for never giving you.
Yes, I went through all that shit without Galahorn, and I used my skill.
They were talking.
And they owed me.
I've been doing a quest since Friday night. To eventually, you get a quest later on after you work your way through the story. You get a quest to get a sword, and of course, everybody's gonna want a sword so that they can blade dance like a hunter, but they don't have to be a hunter to do it. Mm-hmm. I've been doing a quest to get my sword upgraded. Apparently, you can upgrade the legendary sword to an exotic, and there's a whole bunch of bullshit you have to do for it. Well, him and Hank have been like, it's kind of a lot of work. I kind of like the fact that it's purple, and I can equip a whole bunch of different stuff along with it. And, making it exotic just doesn't seem right to me. And then today I was like, look, it might not seem cool to y'all, but I have yet to get an exotic weapon since I've been playing this game.
So if you got to work for it, you're going to work for it.
Yeah, so they were saying, well, don't you want... I was like, this is the only exotic I have to equip at this point, or will be. I can't get it till Wednesday. But I don't know how that sword's going to be, but yeah, he's been getting exotics left and right. There was a thing called a 3 of coin that you got from Zer this past weekend. Yeah. Basically, you use one and it ups the chances of an exotic dropping off of a boss.
Oh, snap.
And
I don't know if I like that.
Apparently, him and Hank have gotten a couple of exotics from that 3 of coin. I went through 2 stacks of them hoes and didn't get it.
Oh, don't think you can go through and get all those. There's still plenty of quests that you have to do to get in certain exotics on top of that. So it's just like a mixture of like both. You can still get like Service Regime, like a year 2 one, right? Like I got that one from one of the drops, but there's guns that like you have to do specific quests to get those exotics.
Oh, year two explanation right quick. This DLC pretty much makes all your gear that you had before Tuesday useless.
Yeah.
Everything. Exotics too. Everything's useless. They can't be upgraded to year 2. You have to actually
Galahorn
get a
was
U2.
cool for like the first few
3,
missions.
yeah,
and then after
first
that,
few
it was
missions.
just like, nah, it wasn't doing enough damage. It was bad.
It sucks to hit like a yellow scion with Galahorn, and he's just like, ha ha ha, divide into 2 more scions, and I'm just like, oh cool,
dang.
That does shit.
That's
I haven't brought myself to actually be able to break down Galahorn. It is old faithful, but eventually I'm gonna have to put the bullet in the old dog.
I'm gonna keep my exotics just because I've gotten those. I'm not gonna delete them, but yeah.
So that's why they're just like, you can use blueprints and recreate Galahorn as many times as you want because it's a piece of shit now.
Yeah,
not Galahorn because Galahorn is still gonna be year 1 at 170. Yep. They did move some over, like for you to go to year 2.
Like Service Regime has a year 2 one variant, and they do add. It does add a couple of perks. Yeah. So year 2 is not just the same as the first one.
Like the main perk from that gun will be active already, but then you unlock the rest of them. So it's there's still more shit to go with it.
Jeez, man.
Same with the gunsmith. The gunsmith now you do you go and like test weapons from him, and then when you get your rank up, you get to order a package from him, and he'll send you like a legendary weapon through the mail the next Wednesday.
That's all him again. I don't fuck with Banshee.
Yeah,
like that.
I've gotten to level 2, so I've gotten 2 packages, and I'm gonna see if they're worth it or not. But
cool.
each time you level up, I think each level he sends you a stronger weapon.
He cool. I just can't fuck with him musically.
It almost sounds like there's too much for me to even comprehend. Like that would upset. That would be like make me nervous. Like it's just too much. Like you're never gonna get it all done. And I don't know.
I love that feeling, man.
Because
then it makes me have to prioritize. Like, I didn't want to come do this podcast today. I want to go home and start my quest.
Yeah, that's true. This is the last one, and you guys can play video games and make let's plays and stuff.
No, like I said,
it sucks that I didn't get it because we were talking about doing like shit together and then all having capture cards, showing the different angles, but.
I got plenty of time. It's not going anywhere.
I don't know, man.
I bet you if you will. I'm not gonna go there. Anyways,
what you gonna say?
I was about to say, I bet you if you wait a year and then get it next year, you'll still be ahead of some people we know. But we ain't gonna go down that route right now.
I mean, I did play it for a year before some people, but it's almost like if you got the game today or if you got it from day one, it's still going to be overwhelming. Like, it just seems like there's so much to do.
I do envy the people who jumped on this Destiny bandwagon like Tuesday when it came out, because they have so much stuff that they got to catch up on. They got to immediately jump into the original story, which they scaled the levels down. So they actually integrated the Dark Below and the House of Wolves into the actual story itself. Changed a bunch of the voice act.
Speaking of stories, they explained a lot of shit that was left out of the first year. So like a lot of shit came back around for you to be like, oh, that's why such and such happened, or oh, that's why he's dead, or that's who Praedyth is, or that's who da da da. And then there's like little subplots of like you start kind of like making your own stories. Like I don't know if Eris is really a good guy or not. Like it start like now we're having conversations afterwards about how Eris is, and it's just like. They actually got the story right.
See, that's cool because before we were just like, there's no story. There's nothing to talk about. But now there's like, you're starting to have theories about certain
Nathan Fillion is like the star of that whole DLC.
Really?
He's like the main guy for that.
Yeah, they gave personalities to all the everybody in the Hall of Guardians, the Vanguard leaders. And so Ikora Ray is of course the uppity, stuck up like wizard lady, and then Cade 6 is
he's the comic relief.
Yeah.
Of course, which is Nathan Fillion. So he just like...
And Commander Zavala, the Titan Vanguard.
He's like the uptight, serious guy.
He is Keith David.
Superman.
His name is not
It's
Keith
Superman.
David.
It's Superman, Flash, and for some reason Storm. What are you doing here?
Like there's one cutscene where Eris walks in and she's talking about Oryx, and she like throws this like orb onto...
That little orb that she keeps in her hand?
Yeah, she throws it on like Cade's map, and Cade just sit there, he just like, get that rock off my map. And she just like, fuck you, I'm ignoring you. She just kept talking about shit, and he just sitting there like...
Whoa, personalities.
And see, the reason this whole Eris thing started was because me and David were playing the other day. I already quit trusting Eris by the end of this DLC in the first place. But me and
I still got
David...
faith in her.
I don't know why. But me and David played the other day, and we were sitting by K6, and K6 was just like, watch her back around Eris, I don't trust her. And I was just like... He may have confirmed some shit for me because...
She did say some fly shit on one mission. There's this one stealth mission that is kind of... It's clever.
Stealth mission?
Yeah. Crazy, right? It's this one stealth mission, and it's clever because you basically go through the Crota raid, but you're sneaking through because they're having a funeral for Crota. And...
Crazy.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds so cool. Oh, now I gotta get this game.
And like while the bridge is forming, you hear Cade 6 and Eris talking to each other in your ear, and Cade 6 is like, all right, keep your gun handy, and I'll keep my ear to the ground. And Eris will be like, and I'll be careful not to step on his head. And I was like, this is getting kind of weird.
Like, is this some weird relationship, or it's just like they just really don't like each other? It's just awkward.
Maybe they dated.
That's possible.
So here's my question now. When does Halo 5 come out? In
October.
Okay, so that's like next month. That's like in a couple of days. Are you guys going to get it?
I am.
Are you?
I'm not sure just yet.
He might not get on.
I do want it, but I got a lot on my plate right now. It might be better for me to just save my money because I got to.
I think it comes out like October 27th, so I still have like another like month.
An entire month.
Well, and then there's like the whole ESO thing. I got to go back and make weapons and shit.
Yeah.
Between Destiny and Elder Scrolls Online, I don't think you have time for Halo 5.
That's ESO is here, but I'll have time because. I'm already about to be. I'm already ranked up for the most part. So.
Don't get me wrong. There's no doubt in my mind that I will get it eventually. I just don't know if I'm gonna get it on release like I want it to. Yeah. I haven't decided on that yet because I gotta find out what happened to my girl Cortana.
Yeah. Halo 5 seems like a game you'll be able to start and end and move on from. Maybe you'll be able to play some online matches, but if the gameplay is too much different from Destiny, you don't want to have to keep switching your brain back and forth.
It's gonna play completely different. Like you have to think about it. There's no supers and all that extra shit in there. And like
they got the shields.
They got ground pound too. Like the guns are gonna work different. They're not gonna be like. It's less to worry about playing Halo than it is Destiny. Destiny, you actually have to like
it's a job,
pay attention to stats of like what this weapon does and that. With Halo, it's just like
skill.
We all have the same shotgun. Let's go ahead and do the same shit. So it's like, all right.
Who's gonna shoot the bad guy first?
not really any puzzles inside of Halo either. So, like, when you go into a raid, unless you got a friend that's already done it, you got to figure that shit out on your own.
piece of
Shouldn't
that raid at
be
the end
any
of this.
times where you need a degree to defeat a bad guy, like he once said.
Yeah.
I like that though. I want to be able to like, because a lot of people would watch the raid ahead of time and shit instead of figuring it out. But figuring it out is the fun part for a while.
Whoa.
I don't want to be there like for an entire night during one section. Like I get that, but trying to figure it out from the beginning, you just like, what do we need to do here, and then we finally figure it out. The ending of that is just like, it's just like a sigh of relief. You're just like, man, that was fucking tight. Like,
How long were y'all playing before that other dude came in?
We started with him.
Oh, okay.
I bet, yeah.
So he already knew.
He kind of knew, but I mean, you still haven't explained to 5 other people of like what to go do next, so we're still kind of struggling. But there's nothing you can do, like the platforming parts of the raid.
Oh yeah, that's right. They threw Super Mario in there with it.
What are you talking about?
Pass it. I'm gonna show you by the end of this, but Jesus Christ,
Tomb
this-
Raider shit?
No, it's like, remember that mission with the from the House of Wolves, like when you had to go fight Skolas and you had to jump on certain blocks, and kind of how the raid was in the first one with Atheon, right? That's a whole nother level of that shit.
Oh, jeez.
You're jumping on like hive ships and shit to get across like areas, and
That sounds kind of cool.
it is. It's fun as fuck to do.
I can't speak on the raid, but I just know like the second mission of the story, you had to climb a tower, and on
That was
one
fun.
part of the tower, there was a fucking cabal with a shield, phalanx, just
he can push you
waiting
off?
for
Yep. He had, on his shield, it's like this little thing that spins, and it just like
It shoots
pushes you.
Instead of the phalanx, when the cabal got taken, their phalanxes have shield blast now. So instead of them just like running up and just like shield rushing you, all they just do is just stand up, put the shield up, and
As soon as you open that door, he's just in there waiting. Pow! You just fly off the level.
I got
Oh my god,
I
that's
got-
a troll thing.
Yeah, I got thrown across Russia at least 4 times before I just got pissed off and threw a Nova bomb in there. Like, fuck you!
That's what they want you to do. It's like, just don't fuck around, just
I will
use your
say,
little shit.
the first time I did it, I actually missed that part, and I just shot him with my shotgun. But going through my second character, I forgot about that, and he blew me off twice. So I was just like, all
You weren't
right,
prepared because you didn't know. You're just like,
yeah. I was like, what the hell? Oh shit! Then I'm just like flying back. You fly back so far too, just like
Jeez.
there's no return.
So
You're
it's
just
like
I'm
when the
dead.
giants hit you in Skyrim
Yeah.
and stuff. Just like,
Yeah.
bye!
Exactly.
I wanted to be in the sequel.
If you see him charging that shit up, you better shoot his feet, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to kill it, man.
There was one strike we did, and we were fighting a whole bunch of them, and I jumped up, and I was gliding in the air, and they shot me, and I just went up flying in the air, and my glide ran out, and I just fell to my death. I was like,
Damn.
cool, this is the funniest death ever.
Misadventure.
Damn.
Yep.
Sends you off the map. To where it's like, return to the map, and you've got like 4 seconds to make it like 30 yards. I'm not gonna make it. That sounds awesome.
They utilized a lot of shit in the game that they wasn't utilizing before. Like
Platforming and stealth. And
Yeah.
That sounds crazy. That sounds awesome.
the where you climb that tower is actually, you remember where you fight Sepix Prime?
Mm-hmm.
That arena? Well, you actually go across that bridge.
Oh shit!
further. Yeah, and that's where the tower is.
That
you
would,
can-
if I just could do that, that would make me so happy. All right, I got Mario Maker, and it's really fun, and you can do all sorts of stuff with it. If you're creative, you can make levels. If you are not creative, you can just play other people's levels, and it's a never-ending Mario game where there's just never going to be levels. You start to think that you've seen it all, and somebody has designed something you just never thought of before, and it'll awaken all these new ideas in you, and then you'll go straight back to creative mode, adding all this new shit. Now you're copying off of people's stuff, but once you add all the elements that you think are cool into your levels.
I just watched looked at something today where there's this one level that was created and somebody just now beat it, but it was like over 11,000 deaths before that one person beat
Yeah.
it. I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Some people are making really hard levels. Some people are making really easy levels. Some people are making really cool themed levels. Like,
What was the Zelda one that we...
yeah, I have that.
Is that what you're talking about?
I have that on
Okay.
here. So I downloaded the Zelda level, and I was wanting you guys to play it. I also made a Pikachu themed level. You probably have already seen it on my YouTube video where there's actual boss fights and stuff. And somebody made a Pac-Man level where it's water and you have to like get coins and stuff, but there's ghosts coming after you. So
That's cool.
I thought that was really cool. But some people are not necessarily using their amiibos to make like fun levels and just get easy stars because it's all based off of a ranking system. Right now, I can only upload 10 levels because I'm like a new person to the game and I haven't earned any stars. So if I make good levels and upload them, and people think they're good after they beat them or lose or whatever, actually you can't give it a star unless you beat them. So you can't just make an impossible level and get good rankings. So I have to make a fun level that has a good theme, that's not too easy, and it's challenging, but it's able to be beaten. And then once I start getting stars, once you get enough, then they tell you can upload more than 10 levels. So you can't upload just 1,000,000 levels if you're just some little 3-year-old kid or just somebody who's trolling and making shitty levels. So the whole system's really good.
It's like the ranking system for them to rank you?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I put my levels out into the world, and then the game says, hey, this guy played your level. And then I'll go and see that nobody beat it. So nobody was able to give me a star. So I have to go back in and maybe add arrows where I might have thought it might have been self-explanatory before, but I realize maybe it wasn't self-explanatory. Maybe I'm just using metagaming as as somebody that's, knows, because I'm making the level. I can't assume that people will be in my head and just know where to go. So it's weird because I thought a lot of my levels were easy, but a lot of them have a 0% success rate.
Jesus.
So, and I'm not trolling. I'm not one of those people. Some people will make levels to upset you. They're making Cat Mario levels. Cat and Mario, sorry.
There's a Cat Mario 4 out, by the way. I didn't know that.
I didn't even know there was a 2 or 3.
That's what I said.
Well, I'm not trolling anybody. I'm trying to make fun levels that when you beat it, it's like Portal, where you feel like, holy shit, I figured it out. I did it. It took me a while, but you feel a sense of pride knowing that you took down one of my levels. They're not easy. They're not really that hard. In fact, some of them, I like to have multiple ways to beat levels. If there's going to be multiple bad guys, multiple ways to die, I like to put multiple ways to beat my games. So you could actually play one of my levels 4 times completely differently and find ways to the end. Some people will they'll give you doors that lead to nowhere or tunnels that lead to nowhere, and so there's only one way to beat them. All my shit will lead to something, but depending on how you got to it, you might end up playing one of my levels and find it super challenging, or you might find it really easy, just depending on which path you took. So that's how I've been making my levels, but a lot of people haven't been beating them. Because you can actually skip a level that you think is too hard. I don't know what's going on, man. People must be skipping my levels. I don't know. So
does it show that they skip it?
It'll show that people played it, and it'll show that no one beat it. So they had to have skipped it, or just quit their game completely. And I don't like knowing that my levels are doing that to people. I like to think that my levels are fun and that they're... I don't know. I'm thinking with portals, basically. I'm trying to make mine challenging. I'm trying to put puzzles.
Are you really thinking with portals?
I really am.
Are you?
I really am.
Have you made a stage where they're just like connecting tunnels all the way up to the top?
Here's another thing, though. I haven't unlocked everything in the game, and it'll shut you down when you use too much of one thing. So in one of my levels, I used like I want to say like 10 warp pipes, and then they just stopped. They let me put pipes in, but they would not let me take it anywhere. So it's like So there's limitations to the creation mode, and you have to kind of think around it. So probably after we upload this, pretty soon after, there's going to be a video of me having you guys play my levels. And it's going to be the Why Did You Make Me Play This Mario Maker Edition, where you guys play the levels that nobody else has beaten. And I trust you guys as gamers. I hope that you guys know me pretty well. I've seen you play Cat Mario. You're the first person that I knew to beat it.
290 deaths. I'll never forget that number.
And you were the one dude that could beat me at Smash Bros. Sometimes and Mario Kart a lot of the times.
And apparently the only person in our crew that actually played all the way through Dear God twice.
Yeah. So you guys know platformers, and you guys have known me for a long time, so hopefully you'll know what I was thinking when I created certain things. But I can't wait to get you guys to play my levels. At that point, I'm just going to stop talking about it completely because I'm so excited to show you certain things, but I don't want to give anything away.
I actually want to say, hey, if y'all have any suggestions for our Why Did You Make Me Play This thing, man, yo, send us a email or message or comment or whatever kids do these days.
Or-
it's not gonna be an old goddamn game. Look,
Yeah.
Super Nintendo was fun, but it was like 20 years ago. We don't need to go back and have somebody play Battletoads or some shit like that. Find a new puzzle game. Play some new games and find one that's just like weird and crazy, like Portals or Dear God or something that we haven't did a video on. Limbo, shit, and something.
Yeah, nothing as classic as Pac-Man.
Yeah. Shit. I don't want to have some. I want to go find some random person to have them play Pong.
Having said that, if you're not a gamer, why are you listening to us? But also, if you're not a gamer, or if you know somebody that's not a gamer, send them our way so we can have them play certain games that we like that not very many people know about. So, if you've got a brother or sister or cousin, or you want your mom to play a game, send them our way, and we will film them playing. It'll be hilarious. But yeah.
Unless they're fucking weird. Keep them.
Yeah. But the next episode is going to be really interesting. It's going to be a special episode where Henry and Kaiser probably will get enraged with me and end up having to kill me because I'm telling you, my levels aren't that hard.
I'm stubborn, so I'll finish it.
I'm excited about that. But anyway, is there anything else we want to talk about?
Yeah, and then we don't want to throw any other Destiny spoilers out there. I already told people that they go through the Crota raid in stealth mode, so there's that.
To bring this up, apparently for PlayStation, that was the most downloaded game of all time that day. That DLC was. So,
nice. Out of everything.
Yeah.
Damn.
I was like, well,
Destiny's.
So when people go on every forum and they say people still play this game,
a lot.
Clearly yes.
Yes.
That's awesome. So at this point, like I said, if you want any more Permakid news, go to permakids.net or we'll post all of our articles also on our Facebook. So you can just check out our Facebook. At this point, I'm going to close it off and get these guys to play some video games before they leave.
We gonna do some shit and see some shit and play some shit and we'll be back.
And did all shit.
Eventually in like 2 or 3 weeks, months, years. Who knows? Anyways, but check us out on www.wilfredbrindley.net.org.
Yep. It
It
wasn't real unless we said the same thing. Last night I hit my wife. My wife's been dead for 10 years. Who did I hit? All right. Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye.